What's up, everybody?
Hey, Donovan!
Hey, Tracy Locke.
Guess who we are, ladies and gentlemen, all of you out there.
We are
Girls Gone Green, come to you live from everywhere.
everywhere.
Girls Gone
Every time I
Green.
learn the song, she
We
changed the line.
got our shirts on, so you better beware, because we're
Girls
Gone
Green.
Green. What's up, Donovan?
Oh my gosh, it has been a day.
I know that it has. Tell me what the latest is. What's the latest?
Well, let's say hi to everybody that's tuning in and remind everybody that's watching that this is interactive. You can say hello to us, and if you're nice, we'll say hi back.
Right.
Also, don't forget to go over and check us out on YouTube. I think word on the street is, and I'm going to check it out to just double check it out. We may have like 99 viewers and need one more for 100.
Oh, come on, people.
Could that actually be true? Somebody said that, and I was like, really?
Somebody said it, but
We
I
have
haven't.
98 subscribers, so we need 2 more.
Okay, let's go. We can do this. It's like the Jerry Lewis telethon. We can make it happen today, ladies and gentlemen. All you have to do is go over to YouTube, hit subscribe. It'll take you 3 seconds. We will appreciate it. We'll move up a level on YouTube, and who knows, we might even get 10 cents.
I mean, I'm going to just keep refreshing the page throughout the show, and we will see. And if you are our 99th and 100th subscriber, you're going to get a song from us. So I think a song would be good.
Not just any song. You're going to get a personalized song, ladies.
Oh, a customized, personalized song.
Donna and I have been working really hard on it, and we were like, we have to do something for our fans. We've got to make it happen. And so we love all of you that tune in and send us emails and send us all kinds of great comments. But if you could seriously just get over to YouTube, it would help us so much. All right. So that being said, Donovan, what's the latest and the greatest?
The latest and the greatest is that I was lucky enough to have a bye week, my friend. And I will say this, if we're talking personal first and football second, I don't know what you want to talk about first or second.
Well, let's talk personal. But then, because it would make sense to get into football. So I want to hear the personal stuff.
I'm going to go into my personal life in a moment. I want to say thank you so much for the newest addition to the Girls Gone Green Kung Pao Kitchen. Knowing that we're in the rebuild phase, okay, this is a Build-A-Bear workshop bear with a custom Jets.
Who sent that your way?
This is from Daria and Lopez. Can I just say that my bear has black
eye black. Yes, I love it.
Isn't that adorable? And his feet have little footballs. So I'm very excited about the newest addition to the room here. Jerry Reesby's here.
Howdy.
He said he can't do the YouTube. Well, you know what, Jerry? I don't know exactly why. Maybe Texas has it blocked. I don't really know. Texas is a little crazy.
There's a lot of rules over there in them Texas hills.
But
rules, Jerry.
We're just so happy that you're here anyway, Jerry.
Yeah.
And he said that tonight there's going to be a full moon. He wrote me a message today. He said, check it out.
Oh,
Jerry Beesby is like, honestly, I think I'm going to name the teddy bear Jerry.
Oh, I think you should. That's so cute.
I'm naming the teddy bear Jerry after you, Jerry Reesby. And I'm going to just let you know that we're going to find a special spot for our teddy bear. And I also want to say he came with a Christmas sweater.
Oh, my God. I love it.
Love it. And I'm thinking to myself, maybe this will be for after the season.
That's so cute.
When he has to walk the streets as a Jets fan to cover it up, perhaps. I mean, it depends. I mean, right now, we had a bye week, and we will be playing New England at New England coming up this weekend. But, that's another topic. But in my personal life, as you know, the executive producer to all of my shows would be Ryan. And he had some major surgery. And I just want to say thank you to everyone Monday. Jerry, you were there Monday. We all sent him love and light and prayers and positivity. Because, I think it was like a 6.5, 7-hour surgery, something in that realm, 6 to 7 hour surgery.
Major.
He had an aneurysm on his femoral artery where he has a bypass, and they had to reconstruct some stuff using, thank God, his own like vascular system, his veins, because he is the first recipient of a sheep's collagen bypass over in the UK, in Northern Ireland, UK. And he's in the hospital right now, and he might, yeah, Jerry, major. He might be watching. I'm not really sure.
We hope that he is. We're sending him love if he is.
We're sending him so much love because he's amazing. And that's what's going on. So he still has a lot of healing to do. He's got a major wound, which I said, please don't let me look at. I can't look at it.
Can't get that out of your mind. Trust me.
No. You know what? I know that you know that.
Yes.
And so I just want to say thank you to everyone who sent love and light. You know, Tracy and I don't talk a lot about our personal lives, and I used to speak a little bit more about it, like I guess in, the morning for story time. And I definitely want to do a story time comeback show. I'm going to start doing some pop-ups and stuff like that. Thank you so much, Jerry. And yeah, Jerry used to hear me refer to him as my executive producer from the UK. He is coming here in November. I cannot wait. And yeah, I didn't really speak about it a lot because, I have family and my daughters, and it's kind of like it's personal, right?
Sure.
But this was something that broke the silence because when he had to go in for the surgery, it was so important. And I want to say that his mom, Joni, and Jeremy, her husband, extend their gratitude. She said to tell everyone she's so grateful that we've all embraced him. She's like, you have such a great network of people. And I said, I honestly, I think I've always known it. Like, you, right, Tracy, and Chris, and your dad, and all of our friends, and everyone that follows Girls Gone Green. I knew we had a lot of people supporting us, but you don't realize it until something like this, where it's like, no one's met Ryan, but
right,
we all know Ryan.
Right.
So
exactly.
It's pretty amazing. So I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. I know he's grateful, but his mom was like so sweet today. And she's like, please, Donna, extend my gratitude to everyone for.
That's awesome. Wait till he gets here and starts chiming in.
I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Although he's not really a fan of American.
We definitely need to do a segment called View from Overseas.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And have him just be like, I don't.
You know what we can call it? View K.
Hey, look at you with the marketing idea. Pop.
I'm going to write it down. View
K. And he can play, Hail to the Queen, and then
exactly
have Union Jack, and then fades down in the tent.
Exactly. Werewolves in London, like this, like
werewolves in London. Oh my God.
Speaking of werewolves, what happened to your Eagles? Can you talk a little bit about it?
Oh, I can talk a little bit about it. There's so much going on. Okay, so as you know, ladies and gentlemen, our last game, was just
big screen. I'm going to turn the buzzing light off too.
It was just bad.
Yeah,
we couldn't, I shouldn't say it wasn't all bad. We are starting to get our offense moving, and our defense. We have no running game, Donna. We have no running game, and the sad part is we're putting everything on the shoulders of Jalen Hurts. Now, Jalen Hurts is a great athlete. If you're a Philadelphia fan, you watch him. His arm strength doesn't look amazing. He doesn't look like he does. There's moments where he looks amazingly talented, and he is amazingly talented, but we can't rely on him for every play of the game. We're putting the full weight of the game on Jalen Hurts' shoulders, and that's not fair. It's his second year in the league, and we don't provide any other offense. I think we had like 3 or 4 running plays. It's just so bad. Like, first of all, why do we have running backs? We don't use them at all.
Do you see a disconnect?
Hold on for just a second. Hey, Chris, you were super loud. Thank you.
Hey, Jack. 3 rushing attempts isn't good. And look at who's here.
Chuck, it does. It hurts.
Honestly, do you realize it's almost 2 months until Christmas?
Oh, today's my God.
October 20th, you guys. It is almost exactly 2 months until Christmas. And Chuck, You got here just in time because I just mentioned and I said I will be doing some pop-up story times, and we will be doing a story time for Christmas again. And I mean, I just had to say that really quick.
Okay,
So
perfect.
welcome everybody.
Welcome. Well, Chuck's tuning in and he says it hurts, and he's talking about our Eagles, and it does
Oh,
hurt.
it does.
And let's talk about that. So we're getting back to Jalen. We're putting all the weight of the world on Jalen. We're not relying on anyone else. We're relying on, Devontae Smith, yes, but we're not handing it off to our running backs at all. And so the whole point of that is the opposing team's defense, no matter who they are, they're going to be fantastic because they don't have to look for anything but the pass.
Exactly.
We don't pass in the middle of the field either, Donna. So they know that it's going outside and that it's a pass. It's like if you know what you're going to defend, you can defend it all day. There's no challenge to it.
Good question.
Inexperience of the coach. Yes, Chuck Gill. I think that Nick Sirianni should not. Okay, this is the deal. We know we want young blood in there, which is good, but it can't be all young blood. So his defensive coordinator, the offensive coordinator, they're like a combination of 50 years old all together. Do you know what I mean? They're seriously like 30, 32, 38. So yeah, no draw plays, Jack. It's just way too predictable for a good defense, for any defense. Any defense in the NFL is going to be top notch, right? I mean, obviously they're the 1% of 1%. So the defensive players are going to be fantastic. They're going to be smart. They're going to be knowledgeable, and they can see it coming. It's like somebody handed them our game book and said, here's the playbook. This is everything we're going to run. This is the order that we're going to run it. What's the point of that? So we're not giving Jalen Hurts a chance. And it's like what we did with Carson Wentz. If the confidence is gone, once the confidence is gone, you're screwed for a quarterback.
Chuck Hill says it looks like they're 12. I have to tell you, as it's so ironic that we are both the green teams, right? I feel like we're going through the same thing. I feel like when we have this amazing quarterback, we've talked about this week after week. I know we had a bye week, and I'm hoping something happened. I'm hoping they went down to Zoltar and they made a wish, and I don't even know. Maybe it's going to be Fields that he switched bodies with or something. But the truth is they're not utilizing the rest of the team, and you're right. They are completely burning out the quarterback. And when you kill somebody's confidence like that,
yes.
They're no matter what happens, even if everybody else all of a sudden elevates, they're just not going to have the confidence to actually, make a win.
Well, first of all, too,
you're right, he's going to get hurt like Wednesday because he has no coverage.
He will get hurt because this protection that he has is so minimal. And if you've ever played football in any way, even if you play backyard football, and if you played the quarterback position and you're getting rushed every single time, then you know how fast it is. You have no time to develop a play because you're scrambling for your life. And if you watch, that's what's happening. He's scrambling our offensive line. We're switching it up so much. There's no consistency there. Right. We're going to get, hopefully, we are, getting people back. We're hoping. Lane Johnson is coming back, but we're not sure what's happening with him. He was dealing with depression and anxiety. He's a big part of our team. He's a leader on the team, and he kind of not spaced out. He was having problems with depression and anxiety, and he was smart enough to take care of himself, but he just removed himself from the team, and he's a team leader. So that's really hard. We have a lot of injuries on the offensive line. They've been switching people around, making them change positions, which you wouldn't think is a huge deal, but it's a huge deal. Obviously, each position is, you're learning all the different plays for your position, and when you get moved around, it's just hard to get consistency. And on a front line, that's really, really important. These guys are like your power horses. They have to move everything forward, and if they feel like they're not sure what's going on when, it makes it really hard. Again, I wouldn't want to be Jalen Hurts because you're just getting rushed every play. So it's like trying to do something with 3 Clydesdales running straight at you at 100 miles an hour.
But I have to say something on the side of the Jets. Now, it's funny that you're saying that because it seems like that's the time when Wilson actually shines. Like if you've watched any of the games that have been playing, he comes alive when he has less time to think and there's less of a huddle. Did you notice that? I don't know if you're watching.
Yes.
I know that a lot of us are at the same time. But what I think is interesting is you're saying that Jalen Hurts he doesn't acclimate to that, where I
Well, he
will
gets flushed out of the pocket, and so he's running, and so it's very hard to plant
oh,
your feet and make a great pass when you're running. It
I
really
think it's
is.
insane how often I'm watching these quarterbacks run, because how are they not getting hurt, and how are they not worried that they're going to lose their quarterbacks because if they have no one to throw to, no one looks like they've actually practiced. And I'm speaking now for the Jets. I'm saying for the Jets. Like I'm saying, when I watch, I'm like sitting there, and I've been blessed enough, lucky enough to go to a few games. So you watch it on TV, and you're like, kind of like, maybe I'm not seeing it, but like if you're there, you're watching what you're watching, and you're like, what the fuck? Like this isn't even like a high school game.
Yeah, they're like scrambling all over the field. I know
Yeah.
it looks like backyard ball.
And
Like,
it looks
where's
exactly
the
like the other
play?
team has studied their playbook, and they're just like, oh, we know exactly what's going to happen. I mean, it happened with New England. I can't wait to see what's going to happen when they're at New England, but I could tell you from being at that game, New England looked like they knew what they were doing before they knew what they were doing. And that's not fun.
Yeah, not fun at all.
Not as a Jets fan.
No, not as a Jets fan, not as an Eagles
Look
fan.
at who's here. It's Jim.
Hey, me mom, my mom, what's up, my mom?
But I want to go back to Jack's comment. He said next year we'll have 2 or 3. It's funny, Jack. I'm not dogging what you're saying at all, but it's so funny that I feel like we've been in this hyper speed with football where we're already worried or thinking about next year.
Next season.
Like,
Yeah.
why can't we sink our feet and our
Yes.
heels into this year? And I get it, Jack. Like next year, you're gonna have maybe some better draft picks. But what are we gonna make of the rest of the season for either of our teams?
We've got to make something out of the season. And we play the Raiders next weekend at Las Vegas, which ought to be, yeah, even on third. He can't because of our rushing plays, even on third. Right, exactly. That's my point, Jack, is that you can't put it on any player, even Tampa Bay, who has the best quarterback in the league, Tom Brady, best quarterback in the world. I mean, you can't get any better, more experience. He's the GOAT. He's the best. And he's 44 years old, so he's been through it all. Even they do not rely on just passing because it's just too much. One person, it's a team. One person can't carry the team. Just being an optimist. Thank you, Jack.
Thank you.
But the thing is too, Jack, there's no good quarterbacks coming out of the college. There's nobody standout right now that's coming out of college that people are, like a Trevor Lawrence that everybody wants. So it's not like we're even vying for someone outrageous. I mean, obviously, maybe someone this year will come out that really fits the team. But it's to Donna's point. It just stinks that we're already worried about draft picks when we're only 6 games into the season. It's like, why is everybody giving up and not trying to change the format? And then when Donna, when they do press conferences with Nick Sirianni, it's like doing a press conference with a politician. He doesn't answer any questions with anything that makes sense. It's like, don't look over here, look over here, don't look over here. But he doesn't even try to make it sound like, they'll be like, what's your plan for running the ball? Well, you know what? We need to definitely run the ball more. And so we're definitely going to talk about running the ball more, and we're going to run the ball more. And that's going to happen someday. And then he comes out and doesn't do any running plays. And it's like, holy guacamole, is this guy running for president or what?
I feel it's like that Cyrano de Bergerac, like somebody else is actually doing all the work and he has no idea how to answer because he hasn't done the homework.
Well, do you know what's so funny that you say that, Donna? Because the theory in Philadelphia is that Jeffrey Lurie is in his ear, not obviously calling the plays, but saying, this is what I want. I want a West Coast offense. I want everything in the air. And he's just listening instead of putting his foot down and saying, look, you hired me to be the coach, let me coach. But everyone in Philadelphia, the word on the street is that's why they hired such a young group of coaches, because they can be intimidated, they can be bullied. Like Andy Reid would never let him do that. Andy Reid would be like, leave. Same with Peterson. That's why Peterson's gone, because Peterson isn't going to toe the rope of like, listen, I'm not going to toe the party line and just do whatever you tell me to do. I'm going to actually coach.
You know what I think is insane about that? It's that I think is across the board. So if you think about football last year, there were no fans in the stands, but it seemed like there was at least a little bit more there was a cohesiveness in the game.
Yes.
Now this year, it's supposed to be back to like quasi normal, and we're all able to go, and there's like people cheering you on. And I know that that's only a part of it. Like that definitely does make you run a little faster.
Sure.
But I feel like we're all going to these games, and it's for a lot of the teams, we're not seeing like enough. But with the Eagles, I think the combination is the there's too much of a lack of experience because you have Hurts and you have your coaching staff.
Yes.
So it's like, what the hell?
It's like, what the hell? It is so like, what the hell? When you watch it, Donna, and you watch what goes on, and when you go to the stadium, the whole stadium, they're just like New York. They're chanting, "Run the ball,
Yeah.
run!" I mean, can you
Can you
imagine?
imagine that 4 years ago they won a Super Bowl?
Yeah,
And they're
exactly.
right now, this is what we're looking at. So we
Yeah.
have Jack says, keep Hurts, but rebuild his line, defensive line, and most importantly, our linebackers.
Yeah, Jack, you know we have no linebacking core. Our linebackers are like paper tigers. They're just running right through them like a hot knife through butter. We need some intimidating players. We don't have any intimidating players as as our linebacker. We need Bill Berge back, ladies and gentlemen. The old 66, that's a way throwback number right there. But we need somebody intimidating. We need somebody to strike fear into the hearts of all. Like, we need a Lawrence Taylor. Somebody's just going to come in and disrupt it. And we're talking about, like, you haven't heard a lot of the names that we usually call on defense, like Fletcher Cox.
Yeah,
Nowhere to be found. He's like a tumbleweed. He's nowhere to be found. Yep. Our linebackers bounce off the running backs. That's exactly right. Christine Cool, the energy from fans is contagious. Absolutely right. And when the energy turns on you, as I'm sure it has in New York and Philadelphia, you can totally feel that. And I think Jalen Hurts is going to be great. I think he's going to be great, but he's got to be given the chance.
How long do you think it honestly takes to groom a great quarterback? I'm being really serious when I say.
Yeah, I think you have to give somebody at least 3 seasons of full play to really see what they can do. After 3 seasons, if you haven't seen major improvement, you can be worried. But I think you've got to give them at least 3 seasons. There's what people don't realize is, if you ever saw a football playbook, an NFL playbook, it is like mathematical equations. It is bananas what goes on out there. And then you've got to take into consideration that they've got to read the defensive coverages as well as remember the plays. Yes, with support. Right.
Yeah.
With support, Gene. That's exactly right. It feels like Jalen Hurts has been left to carry this whole team on his back, literally coaching staff as well. It's like, hey, kid, get out there and just make it happen. Like, that's how I feel. I feel like this poor guy is like, holy guacamole. And it's only through his natural athletic ability that we've lasted this long. And I'm sure you know this, Donna. We traded Zach Ertz, our fabulous tight end. We traded him to the only undefeated team in the league. Do you know who that is?
Would that be the
Drum roll, please.
The only.
I'll give you a hint. They're red and white.
Well, I was going to say. I was going to say Tampa Bay, but no, Chiefs.
No. Oh
my God,
Chiefs are doing bad this year. Chiefs are 3-3.
Cardinals?
What? The Cardinals.
I can't lie. Jeannie McDonald came in with that one.
Yes, Jeannie McDonald for the win.
She's amazing.
It is the Arizona Cardinals. They are the only undefeated team
right now
in the NFL right now, and they look great. And their quarterback, Kyler Murray, is the Bizon bomb. He is unbelievable. And we sent Zach Ertz, who is yeah, you got it, Stanley.
Jets. I love it, Stanley.
Who's going to be a powerhouse in Arizona. Oh, I bet they are, Jeannie. I bet they're so excited and happy because he's just going to elevate that team another notch. What is that noise?
You just went like wackadoodle.
That's weird. I heard.
Can you hear me?
Weird. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
That is so weird.
Oh, you're back.
Okay, that's so weird. Yeah, I heard voices. That was really weird. I heard voices and they weren't your voice. That's really weird. Okay, anyway.
Guys, it's because, almost Halloween.
Yeah, and the veil is thinning. Very thin.
I will be at the Halloween show. I just want to make the mention of that. We have about 6 minutes until we get to betting time. So if anybody here, we're not going to bed. We're going to bet. So if anyone here wants to know a little bit more about betting, 6 minutes from right now, we've got the great Kevin Gootee from Gutting the Sacred Cow, also from Comics Watching Comics. He'll be on. And then don't forget, a little later in this episode, we've got Daria with the Blue News. And when I say it's supposed to be out of the blue, but it's blue news, trust me.
It is blue news.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm heading out with Cindy D tomorrow.
Quite a spider. Oh my God. Give her a big hug for me. The town, wherever you girls are going, you're in trouble because those two together, Jeannie Mac and the spider, look out. Look at Stanley. We're so glad you're here.
So excited. Stanley is a fellow Jets fan. I just want to say that. And his beautiful wife, Nancy, they go to all the games. I love
they
them.
know. They feel
They
your
know.
pain. They know exactly
You know
what's
my
happening.
pain.
Well, let's talk
It's
about
gonna be
some
a
more.
full mood. Jerry Reesby, you are such a funny guy.
Can I tell you a stat about your Jets that you're going to cry about?
Sure, why not? I've got something to wipe my tears with.
They've just set a record, an NFL record. They are the only team in the NFL that has not scored any points in their first quarter in the first 6 games.
I knew that. In fact, I want to talk to Kevin Gootee about that and be like, can we make money on that or something?
You can make money on anything. You can bet on anything. You bet on 2 flies running up and down a wall of who's going to get up there faster. So you can definitely make a bet. But I want to talk about some other stuff.
All right.
In the league, did you see what Aaron Rodgers did? So Aaron Rodgers has been really controversial over these last couple of seasons. He's dating like Shailene Woodley. I think they're engaged now. And yes, Stanley, you're amazing. And Shailene is supposed to be one of the this is and I quote, the smelliest actresses in Hollywood. So they're like total hippie dippies. Supposedly don't take showers, don't shave under their arms, like this whole kind of thing. Hello from Phoenix, Arizona, the only undefeated city in America. Congratulations.
What's up?
What's up to you? What's up with you?
Loving you, Chris Quigley.
Congratulations. Yes. So anyway, here's what I want to talk about. Can you hear the mayhem that's going on behind me? Can you hear all that?
We hear nothing because you're just like really coming through the microphone.
Okay, good, because it's mayhem here. But anyway, so Aaron they're just like, it's like there's a party going on.
I love it. No,
there's a party going on right here. Anyway, Aaron Rodgers, as you know, bet the under, Stanley, is dating her, is engaged to her. Anyway, he's like gone off the charts. If you see him in the commercials now, he's got long hair and he kind of looks like a dirty hippie, which I love. Right?
I love it.
Oh my God, Aaron Rodgers, look at you go. But they played the Bears, and that's the big rivalry is the Packers and the Bears. So when he scored the winning touchdown, of course they booed him because it was away. And he's like, I own you. I have owned you the whole, like his whole career is like, I still own you. So that's like the big controversy. He was screaming at the fans in the end zone that he owns them. He said it to the Bears, to the Bears. He was like, I own you. Like so there is to those Bears. So there's like a price on his head, Donna. Everybody's like, well, go ahead, Aaron Rodgers. The Bears are coming for you. But he said he has owned them. Like, he's like Brady. He just tears them up. But he's an amazing player. But
we should have a fortune cookie for Aaron Rodgers and the Bears.
Okay. No, but Aaron Rodgers plays for the Packers.
No, I know that. He's
all right. But I thought you meant
comma. I got to put the comma in.
Comma.
Let's see. It's fortune cookie time. It's fortune cookie time. It's fortune cookie time. It's fortune cookie time. I love fortune cookie time. I don't know if I feel like I should be in Josie and the Pussycats right now.
I know. I'm loving it. Josie and the Pussycats. I love it. I'm loving the shag.
I know.
It's very Tina Turner-ish too. I love it.
Oh,
dance for money. More like Proud Mary. Left a big job in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Working for the man every night and day.
Let's see if we have our subscribers. Nope. Listen, you guys, if you're not subscribed yet, Girls Gone Green needs 2 more subscribers to hit.
Petey Mac, go do it, Mama. Do it, Mama.
McDonald, Christopher Quigley, Stanley Depjack. Jerry says he can't. I understand. I respect it. We're missing a few people tonight, and we never ever do nothing nice. I don't know what that means. And that is your vibe tonight, Donna. Yes. Didn't you already? You might have. So we're just saying that if somebody hasn't, we're just asking. We're 2 away from 100. All right. Are you ready?
Yes. Fortune cookie time. Go ahead, Margaret. Open that up.
Cookie time. It's fortune. Okay.
Cookie time. Oh,
it's staring at me. It's a little freaky.
Go ahead, man. Margaret, make it great. This is for Aaron. Is this for Aaron, comma, and the Bears?
Okay, here we go. Let's see what it says. Focus on your long-term goal. Your wish will be granted next year.
I think that might be for your love life. I don't think that has anything to do with it.
Okay.
All
right, let's see this one. This is for Aaron Rodgers. It's fortune cookie time. It's fortune cookie time. All right. I'm like at the age where I may have to wear a poise pen.
You're like,
You will soon be crossing. Wait.
The
Desert
pond?
sands for a fun vacation.
Oh my God, we're going to
Oh
the
my
Sahara.
God.
In the
Hey,
Sahara.
she said,
What's up, D-Money?
you know what? We're going to work out with somebody else right now. It is the 30 minutes halftime. It's Girls Gone Green halftime. Guess who's coming up right now? It's going to be amazing. We don't know where he is. Last week he was in a hotel room. We don't know what he was doing, but he's called the Little Squirt. This week, let's see what name he's got, the surname that he chose. Is it Kevin Gootee from Gutting the Sacred Cow or from Comics Watching Comics? I don't know. Get a pen, get a paper. And I'll tell you what, if you're poor, just block your ears right now because he's going to tell us all about betting. Mr. Kevin Go.
Give it up, Kev. What's up?
Finally, Kevin Gootee has come back home.
Oh,
yes.
He's home, ladies and
Kevin,
gentlemen.
all of a sudden, that seemed like you were like in a wrestling. It was like a wrestling face that you made.
That's The Rock, the people's champion. You should all know that by now.
That's right.
Well, how
Let me
about
see the eyebrow again. Let's see the eyebrow, Kev.
Face.
Let's see
He's
the
the
eyebrow,
best.
the Rock eyebrow. Do you have it?
I can't do the eyebrow, Tracy. I'm sorry. It's hi, Daria. How was working at Curves tonight? Did you do the legs today, or is it shoulders or back? I did back today. Squats,
Back and bags.
Kegels. What do we do today?
Benoit balls. It was everything.
Benoit balls.
Kevin, I think you should
Wow.
invest in my new gym I'm opening up.
You have a new gym. What's it called?
Yeah, Kegels and
Jerry.
kettlebells. Kegels and kettlebells. Tightening and
Kegels and
toning.
kettle. Can you imagine lifting kettlebells with your Kegel muscles? That'd be pretty insane.
Never know. We were
Or
waiting.
you could just call it strong box.
Yeah, Kevin. Well, box jumps are very different. But Kevin, you know what the thing is that we wear weighted tampons.
You were what?
We wear weighted tampons. It's like you have to build up so you can do your Kegels.
I see. I can clinch. I can
God.
clinch
Now
my
he's
butt
got
cheeks
a
into the
visual.
same
You've
thing.
thrown him off with the visual. Thrown him off.
I don't know.
A little bit of everything.
It just looks like he's trying to figure it out. Chris Principelli, what's up?
Chris, what's up? Go Jets. Oh my God. Go Green Gals. All right. Kevin, give it to us, baby. What's the latest?
Oh my God. This has been a rough 3 weeks.
It has
Started on fire. I went 5-6 last week. So now I'm 31-31 for the year. I'm 500.
Wow.
Listen, it's been the worst year in a while, but look, I really like a lot of games this week. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. First and foremost, there are a lot of heavy favorites this week. I did a money line parlay. I did with the obvious. I did Arizona. I did the Rams. I did Green Bay. And I did, who was the fourth that's supposed to trounce them? Oh, I'm looking right now at my screen.
We're putting our betting hats on.
Tampa Bay. So it's a 4-way money line parlay. Again, you just have to win the game, no spreads. I also think it's insane how Tennessee is getting 5.5 at home. I had them the other night. I picked them. I didn't bet them. Getting 5.5 against the Bills, probably the best team in the NFL. They won outright. You mean to tell me the Chiefs who are on the road who can't cover a spread are going to lay 5.5? No, thank you. Give me the Titans plus the 5.5. Love it. Love it. Love it. Teasers. We got those. Donna's Jets come back this weekend to get sacrificed at the altar yet again. That's going to be a beating, but why be a hero? Don't lay set. The Pats can't cover shit. I had Dallas 3 different ways last week, so they won in overtime by the touchdown. That saved my balls. But the Pats, are they going to lose 3 in a row at home? No, they are not. Are they going to cover 7? I don't know. I don't care. I teased the Pats down to -1. Who did I pair that with? I took tomorrow night. The Broncos are getting 2 in Cleveland. You know who's out? Everyone for the Browns. No Baker, no OBJ, no Kareem Hunt. Nick Chubb is, I don't know yet. The offensive line is MIA. They are in deep shit. I teased this, so I had the Broncos getting 8 along with the Pats -1. What else? Baltimore is at home -6.5 against the Bengals. I don't know, but let's make that even easier. Took the Ravens down to 0.5 point, and took the Packers, who are laying 8.5, home against the Redskins. Packers turned it on of late. Have you been watching? They're blowing teams out. It's not even close. They beat the Bears handily. I had that as one of my picks last week. but Packers going to now lay 2.5, and then the Baltimore Ravens are going to lay 0.5 point in my other teaser. I also have in another teaser, I'm looking at this here. Where the hell did I put it? There is, I blanked out. Oh, I did another one. I did the Green Bay Packers again, and I took the Titans. I was a fan of them before, to getting 11.5. So Green Bay minus 2.5, Titans plus 11.5. Now, the word on the street is it's supposed to be a shit show in San Fran. Horrible weather,
Right.
fog, rain, all that stuff.
Oof.
What do you do then? Under. I took first half under 22.5. Because people get cute around halftime. They start opening up the playbook, getting a little more, less conservative. They're going to keep it close in the first half of that game. And I think the Giants are going to also have a first half under as well. I think it was 23. I got the first half under. They're going to come out slow. Giants very banged up. No Tony. Andrew Thomas is also out. Both guys are out. Obviously, Barkley is still out. It's an absolute utter disaster, as Mike Francesa would say. Back after this. So those are the picks I have for this week. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, are there anyone else out there? Let's see. Got any questions in the chat? Jets,
what's
guys.
Your game of the week?
I think you're going to get beat up.
What's
that,
your
Tracy?
one, Kev? What's your big money game of the week? So if you're going to put big money on one game, what would it be?
I love Titans getting 5.5. I think that's insane that they're getting that many points against the league's worst defense in the NFL. Getting 5.5 at home. They just beat the Bills at home, like I had said. Titans roll well at home. The 5.5 is pretty good. That game could easily be 31-28. Either way, but you still win.
Right. So you just bet on the Titans game for whole, like you just bet a straight bet or something. See this?
So that's a spread, and I also teased them with the Packers. So but Packers and the Titans both have to win. So the Titans with that teaser, not with the 5.5. That's one bet I have. The second bet, the teaser, Titans plus 11.5.
Whoa.
Packers minus 2.5.
Now, Kevin, you see we have our betting hats on. When you come on from now on, we're going to have our betting hats on at all times. But Donna had a question earlier. What were you asking that if they could bet on? So do they have side bets, Kevin, that are legal bets where you could bet, that they're not going to score in the first quarter? Because
all that.
The Jets have not scored yet in the first quarter of any game
so
far. So is there like a line where I could say, I bet that they're not going to do it?
Yeah.
And how do you find that?
You would go into your betting app and then find, it would say game props, probably. Okay. So let's just do that right now. Stanley, yes, the Jets beat the Titans. That was a stinker game. They were missing 2 top receivers, so you really can't hold much water to that one. Let's be real. If they had either A.J. Brown or Julio Jones, that game would not have been a Titans loss, that I promise you. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut.
But we won. So
you did win. You won. And that might be your only game of the year that you do.
Oh my gosh, that's not even right.
Now, we could find something like too, and Kevin knows this too. The Lions have not won this year, so I bet you there's a bet out there that says we think they're going to go defeated.
You can do that. You can do that. So you asked about let's see here. You want to ask about the Jets if they're going to score in the first half? Is that
what would they be called? What type of bets would they be called?
Those are called prop bets.
Prop bets.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be a prop bet. Like the Super Bowl is king of prop bets. They have a zillion. I love the prop bets for Super Bowl. So I'm looking at the line right now, and I'm on FanDuel. No, but I shouldn't have said that. They're not paying me shit. So you can break down by quarter. How many? For example, first quarter right now. Who's be the first quarter winner? It could be the Pats minus 210 or the Jets plus 178, or you could have the spread. No. So this is how it works. So the money line is a straight bet. So the Pats are a heavy favorite to win that. So to win $100, if you bet the Patriots, you have to lay $210 to win 100 because that's how much of a favorite they are. If you bet the Jets, if you bet 100 on the Jets, it's plus 178. So you get $178 if the Jets win the first quarter. Wow. And it's just straight up. Now, if you want to bet a spread, the Pats are laying 2.5 in the first quarter. The Jets are obviously getting the 2.5. You can bet, will there be a first quarter touchdown? Yeah, either team. Yes, minus 260, which means you, again, lay $260 to win 100, or no, plus 190. Or both teams win, or both teams to score first quarter, plus 150, yes, minus 196, no. I don't know if score meaning field goal is included. I bet I can assume
very different than the horse betting, because horse betting, you could do like I don't need to sound silly, but like you can go to the track and you can bet on a horse and it's like a couple bucks. But you're telling me that you have to have like mucho money to bet football.
No. I'm just giving you the number. You could bet it. I'm just giving you an example. So for the minus 220, you could put down $10, but you're only going to win back $2.10.
Oh, wow.
It's just a percentage. Yeah, I'm just giving you making it easy numbers for everybody. No, you could put down $10 and you'll get your $10 back and then $2.10, which
that's interesting.
yeah. That's why I do the money line parlays, because for example, the Arizona Cardinals money line, just them alone, is minus 1,600. That means you have to put $1,600 down to win 100 because they're going to destroy the Texans. So that's why I put a few of them together so I have to pay those high VIGs. They all have to win though. That's the thing.
Speaking of getting destroyed. Oh, go ahead. What do you think the Giants' score is going to be this week?
Oof.
The score is going to be Kevin 7 beers in the parking lot before he goes into the game at 1 o'clock. That is a lock. That is an absolute stone cold lock. I was there last week against the Rams. We left right before the fourth quarter started because it was exactly as I had planned it to be, and I bet the Rams. That was an easy peasy game. Yeah. The Giants score won't be high scoring. I'm going to say, goddamn, 21-17, something like that. I was going to
say 17. I feel the number 17 coming there.
Yeah, I don't have. They're going to. I'm very tempted to take the Panthers. I just don't have much faith in the Giants. Watch them come out and blow them out. I haven't bet it yet. I may. We'll see. But yeah, it's not looking good. Tracy, your Birds are playing in Vegas. That's a big game for you. Why aren't you out there going to Vegas? Make a trip out of it.
I would love to make a trip out of that. I've got to get to the Death Star, but I looked into it. Kev, tickets are $500, the cheapest ticket I could find.
When I was out there week 1 of the NFL this year, it was Raiders-Ravens, that insane Monday night game. And when I looked at the prices, I think it was July, they wanted $550 for the worst seat in the house.
That's what I'm
saying. The prices dropped. Like when we were there that weekend, we saw like 200 and change. But the reason why, because you need to have a vaccination card to get in the stadium. So a lot of people are like, oh shit, I didn't know that. I have tickets. I got to dump them. Or people are like, well, I'm not against, I'm not going to be doing that. Screw them. I'm not vaccinated. The hell with that. I'm not going to go see the Raiders now. So whatever the reason, I don't know. Right. But yeah. But if you wait it out, if you were just going to go and say, fuck it, let's just go to Vegas, hang out the weekend, and then wait till the start of the game, I'm sure you can get tickets much cheaper than $500.
Low. Speaking of great things, because we're not going to get to the Death Star. We might, but not right now. What's happening on Gutting the Sacred?
Oh, I'm so glad you listen. Do you want to know we can find a sweet ass shirt like this one right here?
Oh!
What? GuttingTheSacredCow.com. That's where you find all that, as well as our blogs are. That doesn't happen. This week's episode, ladies, boy, this one's going to is going to rankle you right in your kegels. One of our listeners chose Raiders of the Lost Ark and has tried to decapitate that one. We taped a few more episodes. We taped JFK the other night. We also taped Highlander. Next week, we're doing Big, as well as The Ring. So
somebody doesn't like Big?
That's our buddy Bill Schultz from the morning show on Compound Media. He was one of our favorite panelists. Yeah, Bill's not a fan of Big. Apparently, he said doesn't hold up and very problematic was his word, I believe we were talking about.
I use a Zoltar quote already tonight.
I know you brought up Zoltar tonight. It's still relevant to me.
Yeah, you still see those on the boardwalk, but apparently an older woman having sex with a boy in a man's body is creepy as fuck, and I guess people are going to have a problem. I don't know. I haven't watched it yet. That's on tap for the weekend. So
if the world wasn't so sensitive, I would make a comment there. I'm going to keep
make the comment, Dick Tracy. Make the comment.
Exactly. I want to be like, say, what's the big idea, Donna? What do you think? Have you made the story for the newsroom?
You guys look like you should be having a drink at Sam Spade's hangout in Casablanca.
These hats are for you, Kevin. These are our betting hats. You know,
betting hats.
Oh my God! You gotta go by and check out Gutting the Sacred Cow. Kevin, you're always amazing, and I love that you bring us so much information. Prop bets was the word of the day, ladies and gentlemen. So now you know what a prop bet is. Each time Kevin Gootee is here, we are learning. We love you, Kevin.
I'm glad to listen. I'm glad to provide a service for free.
Oh, we love you. All right, Kevin, go check out all of his socials. We love you. And we'll see you next week.
Ladies, take care. A pleasure is had by all.
Of course.
Oh, kegel it out. All right. So now I will tell you that he is not only hilarious, but I barely follow a word he says. I just still need to know what it means.
You need a dictionary. You need a betting dictionary. You need a translator. You need a consigliere.
I will say that every time you get parlay, I would like an English muffin with apricot jelly.
I think of parquet, not butter. Parquet.
No, I taste apricot like jelly, like what marmalade.
Come on, baby, mama.
Oh, what do you think of? I brought her up earlier. Where is she, Sharon?
Cherry Freed, where you been, girl? You've been out of touch and not out of mind, but
Cherry
definitely out of
Freed,
touch.
you know what you're just in time for? The advertisement for shop.spreadshirt.com. Or, you know, you can read it. Come on. You're a teacher. shop.spreadshirt.com/girls-gone-green/ You're looking at some of the merch right now. I'm just going to take down Sherry Freed's comment. Sorry, Sherry. And I'm going to show you right now. You too can get a customized shirt and you can get sweatshirts. And you notice mine says Davy.
Mine is not customized, but it is awesome.
But it is awesome. Speaking of awesome, guess who else is here tonight?
Oh,
we need to make a slate for her because she is amazing. We need to get not only a slate, we need to make a cartoon. We need to do something. I don't even know. We're waiting. Did she send you a picture yet at all?
She did not send me a picture that she
She's
was
okayed. She's in trouble.
She's
and
in
I will
big
tell
trouble.
you, we're going to bring her up. She's going to be so red, guys, that we don't even need a slate because she's going to look like half the color of her teams. Please welcome, representing all the way from Staten Island for the Giants, it's Daria!
Out of the blue!
Ladies, I will send the picture. I completely forgot.
All right, that's okay. But I want eye black now. I want eye black. I want half your face blue, half your face red.
Yeah, even if you have to,
Okay,
shot, what is that thing called? Photo shoot it, stop it.
Photoshop.
Our birthday girl is back.
I'm back.
All right.
I predicted 35-7 the final. I wasn't far off. It was 38-11.
Oofa.
But it wasn't the way you were hoping, I think.
No, I called it. I said the Rams were going to win.
Okay.
She knew. My girl knew.
No.
It was an absolute horror show. I mean, it was 3-0 after one, and I just sat there. I was like, all right, at least we'll win one quarter. Mm-hmm. Next quarter, the Rams scored 28 unanswered points.
28, ladies and gentlemen. That's
then they scored another. Then they scored 10 more, and of course, last minute we score 8 points in the fourth quarter. Like it's really gonna matter.
But at least they did something, Daria.
Okay,
yes.
Right? Let me, Daria. What?
Yes,
what do you
I did order the food, Charlie. Thank you for asking. Sorry, it's a commercial break from My Kids Are Hungry.
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
What's going on? You had no Galloway, no Slayton, and no Saquon. He had nobody to throw it to. He was 29 for 51, only 242 yards, but he threw 3 interceptions.
Ouch.
Oh.
And they scored on all 3.
Ouch. That's going to leave a huge mark. So what's your feeling on Daniel Jones? I feel like he's in a Jalen Hurts position where they're not giving him a chance to lead and win and make that team look great.
You're exactly right. You know what it is too? The injuries. The stars are not there. And I told you draft day, Tracy, we had this conversation. They had to go after an O-line. And did they go after the O-line? No. Nobody they got. And it's ridiculous. And now it's starting to show because now that his targets aren't there, now you could see how bad that O-line is. They don't protect him. They don't do anything.
Why does it sound like we are 3 sisters and it's like we are all getting pummeled on the way out the door to work every day because our brothers are like playing video games? I mean, honestly, if you think about it, the one thing we have in common, I mean, I know that Tracy and I are green and, you know, you and I share a stadium. But the most ironic thing is it's the same story over and over. And can I just say this? asking for Courtney. I already ate dinner in my own house. Well, did you? Yes.
Oh my God, what is going on? Why are they on the Girls Gone Green thing? That's hilarious. I
guess
love those.
That's
like,
funny.
some focus right here with my girls. So I just think it's interesting that we are all having the same complaint, and I don't understand what's going. I think well, you know what? I said it from the beginning. I'm not alone in saying this. I don't find myself to be a genius, but I do kind of, because I mean, honestly, over the years of doing Girls Gone Green, I think I've gotten a lot better when it comes to the stat stuff and not just like drinking in the parking lot and wearing cute clothes. And my mom's laughing her ass off at this. But the funny thing is like from the very beginning, I said it. They worry too much about having just that one player. And
That's right.
you do not surround. Exactly. You could have a great living room, but if you didn't put a good foundation under it, it's going to crumble. It doesn't matter. And that's the same with, like, I mean, so many things that are going on right now in this world. But why are they not seeing it? Like, why are 3 women that do a show weekly able to articulate that, and like a coaching staff doesn't see it?
Because everybody wants the flash. It's exactly what you said, Donna. Everybody wants the big play. Everybody wants the flash, and it's the old style of football, which is ground and pound, and you just grind the yards out. They wear down the defense. First of all, they tire a defense out. Secondly, the defense doesn't know what's coming. If it's like, there's a mix of plays. If you're consistently just going through the air, defense can read that. And to Daria's point, 3 interceptions in a game used to be like unheard of. If you're 3 interceptions in a game, you're getting pulled out of the game.
Yes.
Now it's happening regularly where quarterbacks are getting intercepted multiple times in
and they're
one
not
game.
switching the quarterback. If that happened in baseball, they would switch the pitcher.
Yeah,
absolutely.
The pitcher.
You're right.
They pull the pitcher.
Right. And thank you, Sherry. She's so sweet. I'm loving your hair. And then she said, "Go football." But it's the truth. I love Sherry. But it's the truth. It's like, why? So I will say this, and you know this. I'm not the greatest when it comes to knowing everybody's names. I do know the plays and I know what's going on. But why do you think it is that they don't have anyone to trust it to back up the quarterback? If they were injured, never mind if they are throwing so many interceptions. Is it ego? Is it like show? Or like, do you think they feel
show? It's show.
It's definitely show.
Yeah, it's like everything in this world. It's like, let me tell you exactly what it's like. Reality TV. Instead of having a script writer write an actual great script with a through line and characters that you can relate to and follow, they're going on the cheap. They're throwing cameras up and they're going, hey, people with controversial personalities, just throw them into a room together and see what happens. And it's it. You know what it is. Yes. It's horrible, right?
Yeah.
It's like reality TV is crap. It's not real TV. It's like consuming sugar constantly. Whereas I feel the same, the NFL, and I know, Daria, you want to make a statement too, but it feels like that. It's like all sugar and no substance, right?
That's a great way to say it.
Yeah. And it's just it's not fun to watch anymore because there's no guessing. There's no strategy.
Well, there's no nourishment.
Years ago, and because I'm a lot older than you, I remember watching when I was a kid, but when Terry Bradshaw won those 4 Super Bowls in a row, I remember, though, he had an amazing front line. He had a defense. He had targets all over. They ran the ball. They grinded. They did old school. And it was such a great thing to watch. Now it's like you have your star quarterback, and your 1 or 2 receivers.
Absolutely.
And you pray every week nobody gets hurt.
Absolutely. That's what they did when they brought Le'Veon Bell in. They thought by taking Le'Veon Bell in from the Steelers that because they plucked somebody else that was juicy from another team that did well with that team. But you have to realize that it's not that one person. It's not that one function. You can't just plant that into the game and expect it to all mesh together. That was because the Steelers, when Le'Veon Bell played successfully, they had the real deal, the whole thing. And
the whole infrastructure,
the whole package.
Right.
And because look at Darnold right now. Proof positive. Darnold is scoring touchdowns. He's doing really well. And why wasn't he doing that for the Jets? And you can't blame that on the mono. I mean, honestly, I make jokes about that all the time. But, like, honestly, now we are seeing it. There is no line. There's no protection. Every week we say the same thing. I'm really excited to see what we do. Yeah, I can't wait to see what we do in New England. That's all.
We're playing Darnold this week. He comes back home to MetLife. And I just looked. The Panthers lost their last 3.
Oh, really?
They lost. I just looked at it. They're 3-3, and I'm like, So
that's interesting.
One thing about doing this job is you read a lot of stats. They lost the last 3.
Wow.
And I'm like, here we go. It's like, oh my God, he's coming back to MetLife. He's coming back to the place that they ate him up and spit him out. And he's playing a team that's their home stadium. But their 3 key receivers are not going to play this week because they're hurt. Daniel Jones, I mean, like Tracy said, he's got potential. He's got nobody in front of him to help. And, now they're blaming the coach and they're blaming this one. You know what? You should have thought of this the day the draft opened.
Yeah.
When the fans, the first pick they had, we weren't happy. We're like, really? And I remember I looked at television. I said, why did they do that? And it's
well,
so
a lot
frustrating.
of it too.
It's
a lot of it
so
too.
Frustrating.
They're taking out like the human touch to so many things in this world, and it's really affecting it. What they're talking about, a lot of these coaches, instead of going by feel or how the player looks on the field with their scouts, they're going just with stats and logistics.
Right.
And numbers.
And
it's like Moneyball. Remember the movie Moneyball?
I love that movie.
And they instead of instinctually saying, I feel like these players will be good together because I'm watching this player. I like this player's attitude. I like this player as a leader. They're just looking at a sheet of paper with numbers and choosing it that way.
People are not computers. And the problem is that we are in such a place in this world, to your point, that like everything is computerized. You have a conversation, you say something, it shows up in an email. But I don't. You cannot replace a football player with a computer. So
you can't replace Donna to the point when we do our Monday nights. It's gut feelings. That's why these coaches are great, is because they can see the potential in a player that you normally can't see and that numbers don't show. And when you use your gut and you use your instinct and you build a team based on what you know in your gut rather than numbers, that's when amazing things happen. That's what Bill Belichick is able to do. Not this year, but he's usually able to do that. He's able to take like riffraff. He's like Bad News Bears. He is. Bad News Bears, puts them together, and just through sheer will and determination and teamwork, they become a team and they become unstoppable because there's no stars. It's one team.
Right. Look at the Rams this year. I mean, who would have thought? They came out of nowhere. And they're playing, like you said, even against the Giants, they played as a team.
Yeah.
And it was nice. I mean, I like football, so it was nice to watch, to see that again.
Yeah.
We played together. And even, I tell everybody, Dallas is winning our division.
Oh, Dallas is 3 games ahead of everybody. They're going to They look great.
And you know what? Even though they have Dez, they have their stars, they're playing as a team.
Unit. Yep.
We have 2 minutes left.
McCarthy really brought them together.
Right.
Yes.
So we have
I hate Dallas, but they're fun to watch now. I really hate them, but
we
watch
We got a 2-minute warning, ladies. Okay.
Oh.
This is Girls Gone Green. We have 2-minute warning. We're still waiting to see if we could get 2 more people to subscribe to YouTube. As you can see, this is Out of the Blue with Daria. This is one of our favorite new segments. I want to put up also for anyone that is interested in merch. I'll put that link up. But I also want to say that don't forget, we are going to be getting a list together if you'd like to get in on going to the December game of Jets-Eagles at MetLife Stadium. That's going to be an amazing game. We're going to all be there. We'll tailgate. We're going to have some fun stuff going on in the parking lot. You need to email us at girlsgonegreen17@gmail.com. Got about a minute and a half left. So in closing thoughts, that we are not computers. We need teams to be actual teams. I don't know what we're missing over in New York. Maybe the fact that they don't address that we're actually in New Jersey, which is such a gripe of mine. Philadelphia, it pisses me off. I say it all the time. We have the new green Mini Cooper, and we will be planning a tailgate party. We'll be throwing out some throwback koozies in the parking lot when we are at the game in December. Again, please make sure you check out our merch page where you can buy something like this, Girls Gone Green. You can personalize it. Tracy's got a sweatshirt on, a hoodie. There's so many other things. You can get a Girls Gone Green mask. Whatever it is that you want to get, you can get. Daria, out of the blue, last comments, anything you want to say?
I think since I would like the Giants to win, I mean, Kevin was on the fence, like they could win, maybe. I think they could because Darnold's coming back to MetLife. He's coming back against the Giants. So the Giants fans hated him already from being a Jet. And the Giants, they're 1-5. They can beat Darnold. And I'm going to go 21-17 in favor of the Giants.
Wow, 21-17. All right. Tracy Locke, what do you got for us?
27-10, and my Eagles are finally going to wake up and crush the Death Star. 27-10. The Eagles are going to beat the Raiders. Put some money on it.
Wow. I'm really not that great with math, and I don't know because it is New England, and we're going to be in New England. So I hate to say that we're going to lose. I don't want to say that we're going to lose. Let's just say I feel the numbers 14-7, but I don't know who to assign the numbers to. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I just do. I feel a low-scoring game, which would be really nice. And yes, we do need to bring back songs to encourage our team. Thank you for that. We've heard the call, and we are trying to work on it. But when we are not in the same studio, harmonizing is just a challenge. That's
not as easy as it looks. But we will make it happen. But you guys have been amazing.
You've been amazing. We want to say thank you so much for tuning in each and every week. Go over, subscribe right now. Come on, you guys. I'm looking at it, and it's so sad. I'm going to start subscribing with other accounts. I'm just going to make another YouTube account.
I know. Let me see. I'm going to go on there right now. Let's see.
Go over there. Daria, thank you so much for Out of the Blue. We love you. You got to sing it out.
You're welcome. Love you guys too.
Everyone watching, that's great. My kids, I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to eat dinner with Courtney.
Make your kids join on YouTube.
Yeah, make the kids. Did the kids join YouTube?
I mean, I don't know, but I'm going to go up there and I'm going to, hold a squirt gun to their head. So, are you ready, ladies?
Yes.
Here we go. Who are we? We are
Girls Gone Green.
Coming to you live from quarantine.
Girls Gone Green.
We know you love us. We know what you mean. Because we're
Girls Gone Green.
Donna's going to be watching YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. She won't be able to sleep tonight. Get on and subscribe. We love you. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, we love you. We'll follow you back. Oh, my God.